That brings us to another question that we have down here about, do we think that Joe Burrow is going to be more of the offensive coordinator on the field than Dan Pitcher is offensive coordinator off the field? That's a weird question. I don't know exactly what that means exactly, but what I'll say is I think that you'll see Joe Burrow definitely step into his own more from a leadership standpoint. I think Joe Burrow is going to have his best season as a pro this year. I think there's a lot of disrespect, a lot of people that are doubting the Bengals, and a lot of people that are doubting Joe Burrow. I think that, when you look at the top 100 player list, and I understand it's a popularity contest. That's why, for him to be ranked where he was, whether it's deserved or not, obviously he didn't play a lot of games, right? So I can understand their reasoning, but you talk about all the fuel, all the motivation he needs to sort of put together a monster season and prove that, hey, when I'm out on the football field, I make this my Bengals football team, either a Super Bowl caliber or an AFC Championship caliber at the very, very least. I know what we are capable of. I think that Joe Burrow is going to really produce a monster season. I think the Bengals are going to start the season off really, really hot, guys. I really believe that. I think that this is again, they need to take advantage of the fact that they're taking on the New England Patriots week 1. Then they have the Chiefs week 2, who I'm trying to really get me and the boys to kind of go out there for that game. I really think it makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons. I think it would be pretty crazy if we were all out there, State of the Jungle crew, probably get jumped or something like that. But but no, I'm looking at that game and I'm like, man, there's going to be so much opportunity right there for the Cincinnati Bengals, and I feel like you have to look at the season this way, and this is how I view it. You have to look at it in 2-game increments for me. You starting the season off against the Patriots and the Chiefs. Nothing else right after that matters for right now. You have to focus on those two. Focus on beating the Patriots, and you have to turn your attention quick to the Chiefs. You beat the Patriots and you beat the Chiefs, you put yourself in a very, very good position for the rest of the season. Yes. You just have to take care of your own business. You have to cut your own grass. That's my thought process on everything like that. As much as we talk about the Bengals offense being high potent, and as much as we praise them, I really don't even feel like their offense has really even reached its full potential, even close to it, honestly. Yeah. And I think that's the crazy part, right? Mm-hmm. We've never seen what this offense could look like at its full potential. And somebody asked in the comment section, what are we looking for from an offensive standpoint, from a play calling standpoint, from a coaching standpoint? I'm looking for consistency. Yeah. I'm looking for consistency. I'm looking, can we marry it all together? I'm not asking you to be well balanced. I'm not asking you to have 25 passes and 25 runs. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking, can it all look fluid? Can it make sense? Right? You put out an album. You don't have your songs jumbled all over the place. It's perfectly placed, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Can the Bengals put together an ideal game plan, whatever that looks like? Can they do that? And if they can do that, I think that this football team is going to be very, very unstoppable. But Logan, Evan?
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, in terms of the whole Joe Burrow thing, that's the kind of guy he is. That's kind of what he's always been. He steps up to the moment. Time and time again, he delivers when people are talking like that. It's been his whole thing since LSU. It's always been what he's done. But, just to talk about what I'm looking for, what we're doing, what the offense needs to be able to do, it's just the two things the two words that I think are always going to be most important is consistency and efficiency. That's, that's what you should be striving for time and time again, no matter how it looks. No matter what it is, you need to be consistent and you need to be efficient. If you can throw the ball consistently and gain yards efficiently, beautiful. If you can run the ball consistently and gain yards, be efficiently per touch, awesome. You don't need to dominate one way or the other. You just, whatever you're doing, you need to make sure it is efficient and you are making progress. We don't need too many zeros. You don't need too many negative plays. Just, you need to keep moving the ball one step at a time, keep building off each other. Like Malik said, you just have to really be fluid. You have to be consistent. You have to be efficient. Just keep moving and don't get stagnant, and things will be just fine.
So, something I think that's fair to say, and I'm guilty of it myself. I think I put such a huge emphasis on the running game for the Bengals, and I still believe that at my core that they have to establish that to make life easier. But I'll say this: I never had an issue with the lack. I had an issue with the game script. I had an issue with how quickly they would go away from the run, especially knowing that you didn't have quote unquote the best offensive line. Sitting back and in shotgun the entire game wasn't conducive. But I also think that maybe I was a little bit biased at the fact that, hey, they paid Joe Mixon a contract extension, right? Whatever he was getting paid, $8 million, whatever. I don't remember at this point, but I was more so of the belief that, hey, maybe you should give that guy more touches, because that is a guy that kind of gets Joe Mixon got stronger over time.
Yeah.
And I think that now it's crazy he's off the football team, and I think that we're looking at it from this perspective. I think we'll probably get a I don't even know what the quote unquote right words are for it, but I think that with Joe Mixon, as he got stronger as the game went on, I feel like we might be more efficient in the run game this year. And I think it's because the style of running back that Zach Moss or Chase Brown is. I think that it can really allow this offense to really execute at a high level because I do think he offers that ability in the pass catching game. I do think that Zach Moss offers that ability in the run game. I think he can also catch in the passing game, although you wouldn't want to put him out there over a guy like Chase Brown. I think that this offense has the ability to just really do something special. Whereas I feel like we kind of put a little bit of unrealistic expectations at points in times on the run game because who we had back there, right? That's just my thought process.